Can you believe it? There are 5 days left in this insane, wild, and crazy NHL season. It's going to be wild as all get out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And it's been a season full of hugely inflated numbers and stats. I mean, look at it. 2 players have 60 goals. I think that hasn't happened since the 95-96 season. And that was Yager and Lemieux on the same team. A lot of teams have like 50-something wins, but the main number of the day is 63. They did it. The Boston Bruins did it. Earlier today, they beat the Flyers for their 63rd win of the season, and they have 131 points in standings. They are 1 point shy of the league record, which was held by the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. That team won the cup. What will this team do? The playoffs will tell the tale, and they start next Monday. But we are not quite yet at the playoffs. There's still a few days left, but there's a lot to decide. It's all here on the ESPN app. And there's still a lot left to figure out here. The puzzle is not even close to being put together. The only thing that is certain is the Atlantic Division. We know Boston is the overall number one. We know they're going to face the second wild card, the Eastern Conference. We now know that the Maple Leafs and the Lightning will face each other in round one, and that Toronto will have home ice advantage. Other than that, that's about it. That's about it, because we know the number one wild card in the East will face whoever wins the Metro division, but that's to be determined. The other 3 divisions are still close, because the Metro, 3 points separate the top 3. Carolina's 109, New Jersey's 108, and the Rangers have 106. Nobody's clinched home ice in anything yet for that division. As far as the wild card picture, there are 5 days left in this season, and Pittsburgh's behind the playoff line. This is serious. The Penguins are actually behind the playoff line with 5 days left in the regular season, and they have 2 games. They have 2 games left. The Islanders and Panthers, who both hold the current positions, also have 2 games left. The only other team that's alive is Buffalo, but that's only mathematically. Realistically, they have no chance. But they made it this far, this late. That tells me next year we could see them do something. In the West, the Central is getting a lot more interesting, especially since we're leading it. Yes, the team that was 14 points behind Dallas and Winnipeg about 3 months ago is now leading the Central Division all by ourselves. The win we got over the Ducks put us all loaded first place. We don't share it with anybody, not even points wise. We have 104. Dallas is 102. Minnesota has 100. And all that is settled. All that we know is that's the official top 3. They're locked in as the top 3. In the Pacific, now Vegas actually had a chance to clinch the Pacific. They didn't do that yet, anyway. And now it's a 2-team race between them and the Oilers. Vegas is 107. The Oilers have 105. The Kings, when they lost in regulation to the Avs on Saturday, that eliminated them for the division race. And the highest they can get is 3rd place. And I say the highest they can get because they may not even finish in 3rd. Because Seattle is right behind them. And again, that was a great moment this past Thursday. The Kraken clinched a playoff spot for the first time in franchise history in only their 2nd year of existence, and they can actually move up. They can move up to 3rd place. That's about as far as they can go, but that's still good. They can move up to 3rd place in the Pacific. They're only 2 points behind LA. At worst, Seattle will end up as the number 1 wild card and play most likely whoever wins the Central, unless we get the number 1 seed. We still have an outside shot at that because we're 3 points. We're 1 point behind Edmonton. We're 3 points behind Vegas. And guess what? We play Edmonton on Tuesday. That's gonna be interesting. And if we win that game and Seattle loses, that'll make the race interesting. We could end up as the number one team in the West again, which will mean we'll play the second wild card between. That means we'll play the second wild card between Winnipeg, Calgary, and Nashville, and that's going to be an interesting race between those three. That's going to be an interesting race between those three teams. Nashville is somehow still alive in this race. Somehow. I don't know how, but they are. Winnipeg leads the second wild card spot with 91 points. Calgary has 90, and Nashville has 88. And they're still alive. They're the only teams left. They're still alive for that one spot left. I want to say Winnipeg can get it tomorrow, but I don't know if they can quite yet. Because, interestingly, Calgary and Nashville, the two teams that are on the Jets' asses, they're playing each other. They're playing each other tomorrow. And Winnipeg's playing, so who knows what that could entail. But it's going to be an interesting race. But again, the pieces, there's still a lot of pieces left and little time to do it in, but they will get filled in because there are 5 days left in this regular season, and the rest of the pieces will get filled in. Like I said, we do know this. It's Toronto and Tampa Bay in one Atlantic series. Boston will face whoever's the second wild card. So basically between Florida, the Islanders, and Pittsburgh, because Buffalo's pretty much done. The first wild card will play whoever wins the Metropolitan, whoever that might be, between Carolina, New Jersey, and the Rangers. At the moment, it looks like the first wild card will play whoever wins the Central, and whoever wins the Pacific will play the second wild card. But a lot could change as far as positioning. But it'll all be put together in the last 5 days. So that is my recap That's my last Sunday recap of the regular season. The next time I recap anything, it'll be on the final day when it's all over. And of course, in between then, there are 3 spots left in the playoffs, and that'll be 3 more congratulatory videos and 3 more stories I'll write for Vocal. So whoever gets those last 3 spots in the postseason, I'll have videos for them, and I'll have a final recap on Friday night once it's all over. So, if you like this video, click the like button, click subscribe if you want more. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow if Winnipeg can clinch, and they do, probably tomorrow, but definitely Tuesday, because I think somebody's going to get one of those spots. One of those spots is going to be clinched probably Tuesday. So I'll have the video. I'll send my congratulations. I'll post my congratulations, and I will definitely be on Friday night as soon as all of this madness is over, and I will get you ready for the greatest championship chase in sports, known as the Stanley Cup Playoffs. So stay tuned.